F scripted shows. Follow us here on our Facebook page for natural and real life updates. You know, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, there's not really much to say here. And then I saw it again and I said, hold on a minute. Don't think you can get past me just like that as if I haven't got a memory. It's interesting, isn't it, how sometimes when we get certain cast members come on the show, when they're not happy with how the show goes, they'll then come out publicly to talk about how, hey, the show has not put me in the light that I want or the light that it should be. They've hit this, they've hit that, they've manipulated this, they've manipulated that, which of course is 100% true. But when this happens, you have a choice to then go on social media and show people that, hey, the person that you saw really wasn't me. To be fair, some cast members even pretty much fix their or revive their character by even being on Pillow Talk. You know, we've seen people like Emily come on the show, her and Kobe, and people dislike her. But then she's ended up on Pillow Talk, and people have been like, hold on a minute, she wasn't even that bad. She's actually quite all right. You see what I'm saying? And then, of course, there are other certain people that we see on social media, and we're like, okay, you're not actually as bad as we thought you are. I mean, somebody like Bilal. Do you see what I'm saying? So there is always an opportunity to turn the narrative that is shown on screen and change it in other ways. And then there's some people who just don't return to the show at all because they just don't want the image to ever be ruined again. And then maybe they reappear every now and then on social media with updates of what's been going on in life that makes people think, hey, you're actually a genuine person. But you see, when it comes to Mary and Brandan, and to be fair, there are probably other people in this category as well, but we're going to be focusing on Mary and Brandan. These are two people, not only would they display the way they were displayed in the show, but even after the show was over, they continued to display exactly who we thought we were, who we saw them to be in real life. And not only did they do that, but they even display themselves far worse than what we witnessed them do on the show. On the show, we saw two people who were young, who fell in love, and realistically had ridiculous amounts of insecurities that were not healthy. So really and truly, we saw them and we was like, this should never, ever work. But that was just the minimum. That was the bare minimum of what we saw. But since then, everything that we have seen them do on social media, there's been no script. There's been no manipulation or production. It has all been you. For example, Mary talking about how she had cancer, setting up a GoFundMe account, and then it turned out she was nothing but just lying. Another example, when Mary and Brandan started to sell iPhones on Facebook. And again, it was just another scam. And there's another one before where they talked about hospital bills that didn't even exist. And let's not forget though, there's even times when we've seen them even use their own child as a way to get people to feel sorry for them. So I asked this question of, you say F scripted shows, but what about your natural and real life updates? Should we F those too? Because really and truly, your natural and real life updates have been far worse than what we saw from you two on the actual show itself in particular. We have seen Mary come out, even use unnecessary context of saying that, hey, if people don't treat me well, I may have to complaining about receiving this, receiving that. We even see Brandan go as far as acting like a baby for some sort of fetish or something that they were trying to promote, whatever the hell it was just ugh. But you know what though? F scripted shows, because they're natural in real life, is definitely far freaking worse. So really and true, like I said before, my apologies, like I said before, at first I was like, But then I was like, wait, hold on a minute. These two are just trying to do what they've always done before. Deception, deflection. Just trying to distract us from the fact that they are still two immature human beings who somehow managed to have a child and somehow at this moment in time seem to be raising the child. I wouldn't say well, but raising the child. Let's just say that. I mean, to be honest with you, I think the thing that was probably the worst that we saw from them in the show was probably their insecurities, and also, let's not forget this one. Mary coming on social media exposing that Brandan wasn't helping her with work. That Brandan was too busy playing his games. Exposing that Brandan, when he gets angry, he shouts at her, verbally abuses her. That's another thing that they showed us off air. Not on the show, in real life. Nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts and your opinions on the matter, but as far as I'm concerned, Brandan and Mary, they can go screw themselves. Is these two here? I'm gonna use the word delusion, just to be polite. Yeah. Nonetheless, let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.